August 1st, 2014 was my first shift at the shelter. When I started to work for the House of Friendship, there were some things that scared me to death that they would ask me to do. For instance, make an announcement on the PA. And my heart would go, and I would pick up the phone and I'd press that speaker button and make that announcement, and then hang up the phone and analyze it for 5 minutes, right? Okay, here, how about I go check? I'll go check for you, make sure, and then I can bring you with me because I'm on the cordless. So my first encounter with House of Friendship was a long time ago. When I was in my mid-20s, I went for a meal at the shelter. You could pay $3 for a meal, so that's what I did that day. And I struggled with addiction at the time. It was in the early stages of my addiction. House of Friendship was known in the community, and I was a member of this community my whole life. So it was somewhere where I knew I could turn to in times of trouble. When my addiction got to be the beast it is, I had heard about 174 and I needed help, so I contacted them and went to treatment, successfully graduated, and shortly after that I didn't follow the plan that they told me to follow, and fell down fairly quickly. However, it was not that long afterwards that I contacted them. I think it was a year to go back into the program, and they accepted me back into 174. I didn't get sober until 2010. Had many things happen in between that time, but I was still alive. I never forgot what they did for me and how they made me feel that they cared.
All right. You're very welcome. You have a great day.
I ended up going to school for social work, and House of Friendship was the first organization that popped in my mind to work for. So I made various attempts to go into the shelter and hand my resume in before I actually got up to the counter and looked the staff in the eyes and was stumbling over my words. And I remember it was Ashley Woody that looked at me and said, "Are you trying to say that you'd like to speak to somebody important?" And that was exactly what I was trying to say. So Allison came down. She was the supervisor at the time, and I talked to her, and then I got a response a few days later for an interview. I was pretty darn happy to and more than willing to work for the House of Friendship, an organization that always took me for the man that I could be, and took me for the man that I was that day, and didn't judge me based on the fact of my past and the things that I've done. They lifted me up instead of pushing me down.